it's Friday.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
of course.
So people tend to let their hair down a little bit. And
They're excited to be done with the week.
With the week. You know,
Yeah.
We start our week on Friday. They end it.
You guys have an awesome bar. Is there like certain drinks that you guys, like the Montana Brothers drink that you guys created? Or?
You know what? That's one thing that we never really got deep into. We just make really, really good drinks.
Right.
Like an espresso martini. We try to make it the best we can.
Right.
We do have like a Montana mojito, you know. In the summertime, we tend to like have a Montana margarita. You know?
Okay.
But it's very basic good drinks. You know, you order Manhattan, you get in Manhattan. We pride ourselves in, you know, good alcohol. You know,
Yep.
We don't deal with low shelf alcohol.
Yeah, there's no
You know,
rack or anything.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you look at my rack, it's like Tito's is, you know, my rack.
That's
you
a
know?
great, yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, you try to, you know, but again, we have to start moving a little bit more into, you know, the fancier drinks, you know. But, you know, people tend to like it, you know.
Yeah, sometimes doing just the classic thing the right way is good enough.
Well,
you know,
that's you know, kind of like my food. You know, I don't got to dazzle you with, you know, how I played it. Just put a fork in it,
right?
And you're gonna be dazzled.
So,
you know
so
what I
I
mean?
was going to get into that. Is we'll start with pizza. Like, is there one slice that like you guys have created, or like what's the must-get slice here at Montana's?
So, listen, the regular slice, from what I hear, you know, you hear customers, my regular slice is probably one of the best,
Right.
On Long Island.
And we will say that's Portnoy rated.
Portnoy rated. Dave,
Yep.
Dave Portnoy did come here. What's up, Dave?
Yeah.
And well, listen, honestly, my garlic knots. I don't know. People come from everywhere. I mean, everywhere. For
Yep.
my garlic knots. I mean, the garlic knots are like legend in this place.
Really?
I mean, there's people that come from Massapequa. There's people that I was in Freeport. Let me get 2 dozen garlic knots. You know, you would think like I'm giving them for free. Like,
Yeah.
you know, garlic knots. People just adore my garlic knots.
And are you doing anything different with them?
I can't tell you.
Yeah,
all
all
that,
right,
man.
fair.
No.
Don't tell the
Honestly,
secrets. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a simple recipe. It's just, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
You guys just do it the right way.
Albahaca sauce slice. I mean, people love albahaca, you know, penne alla vodka. So the sauce itself, you know, we send a ton of that. People love albahaca sauce. So, but pizza-wise, I mean, the regular is one of the, you know, the fan favorite.
Yeah.
You come in on a regular, it was like, oh, let me get a regular. You know, then regular, and then they get whatever
Something
else.
else.
They want, you know.
But they got to get the regular.
Yeah, I got people come in and say, I need that regular, and then they just bounce. You know.
I think that says like so much more because
Yeah.
you're when you can do the traditional things the right way, like your drinks, your regular slice.
Right. Yeah. And even the food, it's just try to keep it. You know, keep simple stuff really, really good. Because
Yeah,
sometimes people
make it
lose
the
sight
best.
of that. You know.
And so then also dishes, like is there a pasta dish or
So
whatever
the
dishes?
Rigatoni Fiorentina is like people get wowed over. Our clam sauce, people say, is like the best. We do a Montana, a pork chop alla Montana,
Okay.
which people rave. I have people that own restaurants, like 4.5-star restaurants, that have come in and be like, listen, what do you do with your pork chop? Because it's just, you
And
know,
what's it called? Pork chop?
alla Montana.
A la Montana.
Yeah, so it's in a cognac mushroom sauce, melted mozzarella, butterfly. You know, we pan-sear it in olive oil. I mean, we fry it in olive oil.
Okay.
You know, breaded, fried.
Yep.
But people, you know.
That sounds amazing.
And of course, my mother's rice balls. I mean, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get better than that.
But mom's cooking. It's so great that you still have her in here making it
Yeah,
because
she's still-
nothing is better than mom's cooking. Like the
Yeah.
mom's meatloaf, the mom's this, you know,
Right.
mom's
Mom,
rice
where's the
ball-
meatloaf?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, the rice balls. That's so, and yeah, here to have the best rice balls, you know,
Yeah.
mom made.
She's, you know, Fridays, man, you come here, she's back there making the rice balls. She
Yeah.
won't let nobody touch them.
I love it.
She was away in Florida for a couple of weeks. There was no rice balls. I'm like, Mom, listen, you got to teach somebody. Nope. It's her rice balls.
These are my, yeah. She's taking it with her.
Yeah, right.
That's awesome. And then, so you're an owner here. You've probably worked every bit of this industry, right?
every
You're
angle.
saying that. Yeah, like you're from dishwasher to owner to bartender to
Yep.
pizza counter. You were saying you
to
do the
bus boy, to janitor, you know.
What are some of the hardest jobs in the industry that you would think, or like in this, if you had to pick one job?
That's the hardest?
Yeah.
I think they're equally as hard. I mean, Listen, a counter person, it seems like easy, but you have two phones ringing. One person don't show up. You're by yourself. You got 7 people at the counter. If you don't know how to multitask,
For sure.
So it's all relative to the person that you put at their job.
Yep.
Dishwashing could be challenging if you don't. Also this stack of dishes if you don't know how to. Everything is equally as hard. I think the cooks and the pizza men have a bigger responsibility. You got to make sure, like a pizza man, make sure deliveries go out right. But you're also looking at your takeout orders. You also got dining room coming in. Same thing with the cooks, and then the bartenders. I mean, they got to deal with a lot of shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got a customer sitting there ordering their food. Their food is not ready yet. You have a waitress saying, "Where's my drinks for table 3?"
Yep.
Meanwhile, the customer's still looking at you like, "Where's my food?" And the other person flirting with you. And you got to know how to put all these hats on at once. You know? So it's
and still keep everybody happy.
And keep everybody happy and keep cool.
Yeah.
Without, so the industry itself is a lot.
For sure.
And sometimes when people like belittle a server or belittle or talk down to a restaurant person, I'm like, you don't realize what this person's going through just to get your $10 tip.
Right.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
The person's breaking their ass. Now, if the person's on their phone scrolling through it, you still shouldn't be yelling at an employee, but come talk to the management and we'll take care of it. But for the most part, I see some people getting on my employees. So I walk over and I'm like, listen, this is not acceptable. You can't, if you want to yell at anybody, yell at me. But don't yell at the person that's serving you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Especially, at the bar, I see it a lot. People get a little, have a couple of drinks in them and they get a little nasty. Don't get nasty because you'll get kicked out.
Definitely.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
But that's when it's challenging. The whole industry is challenging.
Like you're saying, if somebody's on their phone, it's inappropriate, but you also don't know what's going on. Like that person could have received an emergency text from their, family or something. Like,
listen, with not to cut you off, but like even then, you get an emergency text, excuse yourself from the bar. Have somebody, because it never looks good when you're sitting here like this.
Yeah, you're right.
And you have 6 people at the bar, it just doesn't look right. I had a counter person and a customer interact the other day like this. Counter person walked in. The pizza person was on their phone. So I walked over and I'm like, they both didn't look up at each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so perfectly comfortable the way they were. And I go, guys, can I? So I went to the customer, can I help you? Like, no, when she's done on her phone. I mean, but this is another part of the industry where, that's crazy too. But
for sure.
For the most part, it's a lot for when you work in these type of places, which you have, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a lot, especially with the customers.
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of great ones, but those ones that are not, man,
they stand out.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like, I always say, I think like 90 to 95% of customers, probably 95% to even more, are great people. I love most customers.
Yes.
It's those 5% that are just pests that can really
and they can really, and listen, I always tell my employees, you're only as good as your last meal. People tend, like, say you come here and it's your brother's birthday and you bring 20 people down and we completely fuck up your whole meal, We just messed up your experience.
Yep.
People don't forget that. I mean, if they're good customers, they tend to come back. But for the most part, you're as good as your last meal. You got to be very sharp.
Definitely.
So it's definitely challenging.
What would be like a crazier night that you've had here? Like a night that went from calm to complete chaos that you weren't expecting?
There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
I mean,
one that just pops out to you.
So it was recently. We had a band inside, and the band came with more pieces than I thought they were going to come. I thought it was a 4-piece band. I mean, a 5-piece band. They came with a 7-piece band. So now that eliminates more space out of my restaurant.
Yeah.
The person taking reservations never took 3 reservations. So now you have 45 people walking in, another 16 people walking in with no tables, and now it's, what do you do? Like, it's just, you're stuck in it. Everything was going great, and now my whole day just went upside down.
Right.
So, and people yelling, I had a reservation, it's my birthday, blah, 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 blah. So now you're like, oh my God. and you just do what you got to do. You know, you figure it out. You
For
know,
sure.
You know, I put people here. I moved people out of the bar. I put tables here. I mean, it was just mayhem. But
Yeah.
you get through it. I mean, there's been crazier nights. I mean, but one that sticks out, you know, it gets crazy.
Yeah.
When it gets crazy, it gets crazy. Or, you know, sometimes the kitchen just gets backed up. You know,
Yep.
now you have, you know, especially during COVID when you had the outside going crazy because we couldn't eat inside.
Right.
It was like, all right, now you have 100 people out there. You have takeout coming out of your nose because everybody was afraid to come out.
Yep. Yeah.
Kitchen couldn't handle it, and people are waiting an hour and a half. You know, it just when things go bad, they go bad.
Of
And I
course.
always tell my employees, prep is everything. If you prep or don't make mistakes, you know, you take reservations, you don't have room for it. What are you going to do? You know, so there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on.
Yeah. How about a situation that you've had to step in and control, like a customer being
Like,
outlandish?
oh well, that happens. I mean, that happens at least once a month where customers getting a little fresh or.
And you
know.
got to step in.
Well, you tell the customer, listen, I'm going to put you in Uber, or you know, calm down, or you know, it's not that bad. You try to calm them down. I mean,
Yeah.
I had one customer get mad at my pizza man the other day because they wanted a fresh pie, but they wanted it cold.
A fresh pie cold?
Right. So the pizza man was trying to explain to the customer, well, you know, in order to, you know, we always make a fresh pie,
Yeah.
but it's always going to be hot. What we can do is we can hold it back and let it cool down for you. No. I want it cold, but I want it fresh. So the guy goes, you want it raw? So then the customer goes, are you being a wise ass? So now I step in and I go, listen, I don't know what's going on here. Well, what can I do for you? I'm trying to explain. Like, they wanted it. So basically, what I did was I made the pie for him, and I took it out light. And I waited a couple of minutes, and then I said, okay, is this the way you wanted it? He goes, this is. He goes, this is.